Yo, what up world, what's poppin' tonight? Fresh kicks, nice chicks in a suco on ice.
You know Super open the blinds, I just bring them to life.
From the streets to the stage and the flashing lights.
What up world, let us know where you at in your life.
Switching lanes, hydroplanes, still maintaining the fame.
No hype, realness of pain, only strongest will gain.
And that's peace to Jermaine, 16 always on flame. Dizzy with the witty bars, still going insane.
How you got where you at, don't let the question remain. And that's word to Irv, sandbox to the curb. What up world, it's the podcast the people deserve, let's go.
Yo, what up world, it's your boy Lucky Luch, Young Gov, E, but all of that, every name. Check this out, I want to introduce y'all to my new podcast. It's called What Up World, and it's real simple. Subscribe and like to Rarely Made. Subscribe and like to Rarely Made. So right now I'm in the studio with, I consider this dude a legend when it comes to producing beats, music, movies. He got his hands in every fucking thing. This dude right here really don't need no introduction. Everybody know this guy. I want to welcome my guy, Bigg Kev.
What up, world? What up,
kid?
world? What's going
Feeling.
on, brother?
So, yo, tell me how 2025 treating you so far.
Bro, if I start telling you, you think I'm bragging. It's been beautiful so far, man.
Yeah.
Things just looking up, and it's gonna keep going up and up and up. So, yeah.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Yeah.
So everybody out there want to know, like, where you from?
I'm from Greentown, small place. It's in Georgetown, but I'm from Greentown. I represent Greentown.
I heard they call your area Promised Land. How that
Promised
joint
Land.
came about?
I really don't know it before my time, but it's still Promised Land / Greentown, Grave Station as well. So we different type of people out there.
That's what's up. So like majority, like your mom's side, pop's side, like from that area? Or?
Yeah, my mom from Grave Station, my pop from the Greentown area.
Okay. So tell me, so I'm saying let everybody know like a couple of stories. You got any stories like growing up?
As far as in Greentown?
Greentown, yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, we can start with that.
Man, we used to fight all the time, man. We used to fight. And I was, I'm always one of the biggest dudes, man. I'm the big one, and they I was so called the one they called, but I always had the fastest hands.
Right.
Yeah, they know that in Greentown, so they always used to it's be so much different people that come around and try to old school slap box or whatever against
I
me.
remember that shit, slap box back in the day.
So yeah, I was just known for that, and I remember man, there's so much different stories, man, growing up, but I'm trying to think of one that I can share without FBI trying to lock these people up.
Right.
I remember one night, God bless, we had my homeboy Big Ty house right across the street from my man Dom crib.
Mm-hmm.
And we out there having a good time. I ain't gonna call no names on this either, but it was my brother and another guy. They had beef prior to this party we had at Ty's house. So we out there chilling one night, and my brother pulled up, and the other guy was already there.
Mm-hmm.
So when he walked up to the guy, he was like, "Yo, what's up, man? What's going on?" Now, mind you, the whole time I had the pistol in my hand,
Right.
admiring the pistol. I'm young. I'm
Right.
admiring the pistol. So the guy comes up, and my brother walk up to him, and my brother pull out his gun, but the guy pull out his gun faster and shot my brother twice.
Damn.
And the dude, my brother ran across the street and fell in Dom yard. This is fact.
Wow.
And God bless, I thought my man Big Ty was dead because he was hanging on the fence like, y'all get down. I thought he had got hit.
Right.
And then my other homeboy, we drunk, he comes from behind the building. Yo, who's shooting firecrackers? I'm like, boy, if you don't get down, he drunk as hell. I'm like, yo.
Right.
So that's just a funny story. This is how he grew up though. It was really like that back in the day. So
That's what's up. So like back in Georgetown, so what school you attended? Like you could tell me elementary, middle, and high school, and give me a story about elementary if you remember any story about elementary.
Elementary school, I went to McDonald School.
Okay.
McDonald School was it was rough. It was a stepping stone to get you prepared for JB Beck. So
I heard Beck was crazy.
Yeah, I remember. See, back in the day, and this is one of the disconnects from the kids today. I remember you act up in school used to get beatings. We have paddles, and I
Exactly.
remember one year I'm in there. I was a class clown all the time, so I'm in there jinxing and laughing this and that. So the teacher wrote me up and sent me to Miss Bibb. I think her name was Miss Bibb, old skinny white lady, and for a paddling. So I'm getting there. I'm a big dude, so I'm like, man, that paddle ain't gonna hurt.
Right.
Man, I seen the paddle, man. That shit was this thick,
Damn.
this thick,
Right.
big ass paddle with holes in them. So she told me to bend over, pause. She bent me
pause.
over, pause. And I start hearing the whistle.
Right.
The shit said,
Yeah.
I was like, oh man, listen, that's some pain, yo.
Right.
So, yeah, I was just a bad kid. That's one of my stories, getting a paddling a few times every week.
Damn. So you was wilding out. You getting
Well, I
paddling
was
every week?
wilding out. Yeah, that was, man, come on, man. It was wilding out, man. Just bad for no reason, man. So
They probably need to bring that shit back, yo.
yeah, they gonna get killed. These kids don't have no morals, man.
None.
They don't understand that you're supposed to respect your elders. You know,
Right.
you're supposed to, like, you have to do something. You know, you gotta show some type of homage to the people who came before you. You know,
Exactly.
they don't do that.
So with McDonald's school, that basically consists of Grave Station, Greentown, White Creek area.
Yep, and some town too. Some
Town?
Yeah, I think some parts of town had to go to McDonald's school as far as the districts. So, yeah.
So like your transition, okay, now boom, I'm about to leave McDonald's school. I'm headed to Beck. Did you hear any crazy stories about Beck before you got to Beck, or was you shook, or were like, yo, fuck it, I'm ready for Beck school?
Well, at first, you know, you hear all these crazy stories about Beck, and then you like, you know, of course you'd be scared. But I had a team. I'm from Greentown.
Right,
We ain't
right,
scared
right.
of shit. We
Right.
can go there, and it is what it is. So
Right.
I had my nigga Sev, man. Shout out to my nigga Seven. I seen Seven last night too.
Right.
So I had a group. My cousin Brian, my cousin Dubs. I had a group of people that was around me that I know if something was to happen, we all gonna be on the ground together.
Right.
So knowing that it wasn't as bad as, you know, somebody who going there by themselves and not having, you know, a squad of people behind them that had their back for real. you know?
Right. So that merger of Beck was basically like McDonald's, Maryville,
Right.
Kingston.
Mm-hmm.
So when that clash, it was like a whole different world because you was already used to like your people's from, you know what I mean?
Right.
McDonald's joint. So when that right there, so how that experience was like just different people coming around now from different schools.
We kind of inherited beef from the older generation.
Right.
So it was always going to be Greentown versus town. You know, that was just, it's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
So preparing for that, we used to fight each other in Greentown. This is a fact.
So y'all was almost like damn training.
We
like,
had
you know what
to
I'm saying?
train.
Like,
we had
yeah.
to pretty much
Right.
beat each
Basic
other up.
training type
That's
shit.
it.
Right,
I
right,
promise
right.
you, I'm telling you, we had to beat each other up, you know, and fight each other just to survive Beck. It might sound crazy that I'm talking about a middle school, but if you've been in Beck, you know what I'm talking about.
You know what the fuck
it
Beck
was
was
real
like,
like
yo.
that. So, yeah.
Beck was fucking real.
Yeah, I got a story about Beck too, man.
Give me a couple stories about Beck.
I've seen one of my cousins, Jason, this girl. I ain't call no name. He talking to the girl.
And for people who don't know, Jinxon and Georgetown is like joking,
Jones,
cracking
man.
jokes and shit like that.
And he kept bothering the girl, and the girl pulled out a steak knife
At the school?
at the school and stabbed him.
So she got this shit out the cafeteria, or she was prepared. So she was ready for him.
Yeah, she stabbed him. I mean, blood's hanging out type shit. Yeah, I never forget that. We young and we in 6th, 7th grade watching this kind of, it's trauma. So watching this type of stuff, you know. So yeah, Beck was real.
Yeah, Beck was real, yo. Definitely. And then now we're gonna move on to high school.
Mm-hmm.
You was ready for high school?
I went to 9th grade at Georgetown High School,
Mm-hmm.
and I started living with a chick on Myrtle Beach in 9th grade.
In 9th grade.
Haul ass.
Wow, my nigga, you okay.
Yeah.
So you said you haul that, so you started going to school in Myrtle Beach, or you just
started getting ass in Myrtle Beach.
you started getting ass?
I was in school.
Yeah.
I was outside
Right.
at a young age.
Wow.
Yeah. You know, I used to live on 10th Avenue.
So
Sandy Gates and all that.
9th grade, you fuck with a shorty on the beat. So you still coming back and forth to school, or
No, I quit school.
You quit school at night?
I quit school in 9th grade, but I went back to school, y'all. So
Oh, you-
they like niggas devil's hell. No, I went back to school. Got
Right,
my
right.
credentials. But yeah, during that time, my mom used to work at AVX, old school.
Mm-hmm.
So she used to, like, I ain't had nobody home with me. My brother went to college. Well, he went to Virginia.
Okay.
So I ain't had nobody home with me. So I had all this free time to myself. So what the hell I'm going to school for? You know, it's my mind doing the time. So I had me a little chick out here. She was older than me. So I moved with her. Mama was like threatening to call the police. Like, you know you too young, this and that.
Right.
But I wanted to live that life until life showed me something.
Something different.
Yeah, this beach, these boys don't play.
Right.
Like, we from Greentown, we fight, but these boys different out here.
Right.
So it showed me right then and there, I grew up too fast. You know,
Right.
It's like, slow your ass down. I'm going to tell you a story about that.
Cause shit, even back then, yo, the beach always was on another fucking level, yo.
I didn't know, because
Right.
I'm used to coming out here for Black Bikers Weekend.
Right.
To have a good time, but I didn't know the inside, the in-depth, how difficult and how strong it really is. So,
Right.
I'm going to tell you, we were staying at a hotel, me and my cousin were staying at a hotel, and I was selling narcotics during the time. So this guy, said he had some stuff I could buy from him. So I'm like, okay, well, cool. So I took my little bit of money I had, and I'm riding with him. So he behind me in the car, and he was like, yo, I'll be right back. Yo, he was on a hill on the beach. I'll be right back, yo. He came back. He said, I got it right here. I said, all right, let me see it. And I felt a piece of cold metal in the back of my neck.
Damn, nigga set you up.
Yeah. So he took everything I had on me.
So
Everything.
this right here was during the time when you was in the 9th grade?
Yeah.
And so you really was living that shit.
Outside. So
yeah.
When that happened, I went back home to my mama. He scared the shit out of me. You know, scared me. He scared me back to Greentown.
You like your mama coming home, yo.
Yeah. So,
Right.
Yeah, so during that time, they're trying to find my way as a person, like trying to, I never grew up and had to be out there selling no drugs or doing that. My mama worked, you know what I'm saying? I ain't had to do that shit, but it's the fact that when your environment, the people you hang around, I wanted the nicer things. I wanted to be, I wanted to separate myself from people asking my mama for money and this and that, so I had to find a way. I had to find out how to get it. Yeah.
So, finishing high school, once you got to the 12th grade and everything, you already had your goals set, or, you know what I mean? Like, you already know what you was focused on, or how was that when you were coming to the 9th grade? Like, yo, well, after this, it's a wrap.
No, after the beach situation, I didn't go back to high school, right? So me being back home is when I met my first baby mama. I brought her from Hemingway to Georgetown. That's what I'm telling you. I'm 15, 16 years old, living with a chick, early age.
Right.
Mom used to work all the time, so I had to sneak her in the house. She actually lived with me inside the house.
Right, okay.
And I went to Job Corps. I went to Morganfield, Kentucky. And that's where I figured out what I wanted to do. Because like I said, when I was young, I used to beatbox a whole lot.
Right.
And they used to take me around to battle different people. I remember my last battle I battled, he was in high school, was Bummy. DJ Ned brother Bummy.
Right.
I went to his house
to
battle him, beatboxing and stuff. So music was always in me. So me even going to Morganfield, Kentucky, I was beating on the keyboard. I was in Dorm 405 playing the keys and all this while everybody was freestyling, rapping and stuff. So
we can't let that beatbox joint slide. So you still got that joint in?
I ain't got all my teeth in my mouth no more. But see, back in the day when I had all my teeth in my mouth, I could have do it. But not right now. Right. I'll do that on a different episode. But not right.
Yo. All right, so go ahead to the Kentucky joint. I know you got some crazy stories about Kentucky, yo.
See, going there, first of all, they lie. If anybody tell you to go to Job Corps in Morganfield, Kentucky, you're going to prison.
Wow.
It was like a prison. It was like literally a prison. But it was a co-ed. The dorm I was in was 4 or 5, so we had a co-ed dorm. And I'll never forget this time I was walking down, leaving the cafeteria. It was like prison, like I said. And I seen this. It was always South Carolina versus Florida. So now you got to think how big this is. You had these Haitians from Florida, from Miami, versus these niggas from Charleston. And we was walking down this aisle, and I seen a dude a little smaller than me. You know how small a trailer window is?
Right, right, right.
The dude was hanging out the trailer window, dead. It's in Kentucky now. They paint this picture like Kentucky was all, you come here, you get this and that. Yeah.
So how long did you stay out there?
I did 6 months. Like
6 months?
I did 6 months in there. Like I did time.
Yeah. Like you did
You know
time.
what I'm saying? I did hard 6 months. You know what I'm saying?
So like when you was going there, so when you go to that job corps, is it a major or is it trade or
It's a trade. I went for culinary arts.
culinary art?
Yeah, I went for culinary arts, and your GED and culinary arts. So, yeah, it was real though. I mean,
Yeah.
for 6 months I was there, it was real.
So shit, so you being out there, and I know you said it was like South Carolina versus Florida. Was anybody from South Carolina back home? Or what was the closest area from South Carolina? So Charleston was the closest to Georgetown, or you had some Georgetown people out there?
I had this. Well, I was by myself because I had some niggas from Hemingway.
Oh, wow.
When I got there,
Right.
my baby mom was there too. So when I first got there, I ain't calling nigga name, but the nigga was like, "Yo, man, your baby mama messing with such and such." I'm like, man, I don't care, man. Nigga, you know what I'm saying? I'm from Greentown.
Right,
So
right.
The nigga was a part of the Bloods. This is how big it was, the Bloods and Crips. All this was on this.
Damn.
Yeah, it's crazy. So I'm like, man, I said, man, I don't care, man. And I seen the guy, I ain't call his name either. He was like 5'1", little dude.
Right.
But he was a leader of these Bloods. And the Bloods was deep.
Deep, right.
So the guy came to me, yeah, what's up? I'm like, what up? He was like, yo, this your girl? And I'm like, yeah. He was like, well, I'm fucking with her.
Damn, straight up like that.
Just like that, clean, just like that in my face. And I'm like, I'm heartbroken, but at the end of the day, I'm like, I gotta beat the shit out of this.
Right.
So he was like, but I'm gonna give her a choice. Like, who you want to be with, me or him?
And she's standing right there.
Yeah. Like, this nigga was a boss. This little nigga was a boss. Like, he really had a whole entourage behind him. So I'm like, this bitch, So she pointed at me, and he be like, I bet. I'm gonna leave that alone. I'm gonna fall back. So I'm so confused. I'm like, yo, this is a chick I'm taking care of at home.
Right.
Doing XYZ for him. This nigga, it's a multiple choice, and she's my chick or not.
Wow, that's crazy.
So anyway, I ain't see her no more in my whole 6 month bid. So this is how crazy it is. Her dorm right here. She walking past me the whole time.
Wow.
Yeah, she living her whole life. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, did the time there. Flew back to Georgetown. Get back to Georgetown. Even though it was 6 months, when I got back to Georgetown, niggas was doing the same shit.
The same shit. Yeah, nothing
The
changed.
same shit. Trying to fuck these nasty hoes. Ain't getting no money or nothing. So I'm saying to myself, something gotta change. So
Right.
yeah, that's
So when you came back, you know what I'm saying? I heard about like your music joint. So when you came back, that's when you got into music? Like,
right.
because I know you said when you went to Job Corps, like you said, you did your 6th bid. So was music ever on your mind, or who introduced you to music?
Yeah, music was always on my mind.
Okay.
My daddy, he wasn't around, but he had a group called the Hemingway Brothers. So he was a part of a group called the Hemingway Brothers. And they actually had a published record,
Wow.
Yeah, back then. So my whole family is in the music.
Right.
In the sense. So coming back home, the same baby mom I'm talking about took her income tax and bought me a computer from the pawn shop.
Mm-hmm.
I always used to play the keyboard.
Mm-hmm.
But with this computer, I was like, man, I gotta figure out how to use a computer. Everybody was using the software from the Xbox to make beats.
Right. Wow.
Way back in the day. But I wanted to be different. So this girl, my name is Gina, G.A. Black, shout out to G.A. Black, came by and brought me a pirated, stolen copy of FL Studio 2.5.
Wow.
It's Fruity Loops. That's what we call it, Fruity Loops.
I was just about to say that.
Yeah.
I remember that. Okay.
So I learned I studied this shit. I mean, this before YouTube. This when you gotta really break these stuff down and figure the stuff out. So I was using Fruity Loops, and I was using a program that she gave me called Acid Pro. So I found a way to, I love sample music. This was before Kanye West and everybody. It was before all these people you thinking about. So I'm figuring out how to sample the music, and it was exciting to me because I really figured out how to use this program. So this one I'm like, yo, my beats all right. So I started to find these artists. Rest in peace, Life. Life used to come by. Killer T. Like I'm talking about Future Shock, Get Well. Like everybody used to come by my apartment. I'm young now. I have my own apartment, young as hell. And we used to just rap. I used to record on a computer mic. We used to rap and just make music. And I'm like, yo, I can do this shit. Like, but I ain't charging these guys nothing. But I can really do this shit to make some money. Yeah. So just went from there. That was a really start up from it. So it wasn't no like person in town that really influenced me. Besides like Brother Rudy and you know the rappers before us, it's a lot of rappers that were before us, and a lot of producers before me. But I can't say I heard something that be like, yo, I want to be like this person, or I want to take something from this person. No, yeah, it just came from.
And definitely rest in peace to Life, man. Yo,
Man,
Life had some tough shit, man. I remember.
Legend.
I really can't remember the song. I think it was called "This Is Life" with him and Johnny.
We got the video station.
So that what it was called? This Is Life?
No, That's Life.
That's Life.
Yep.
Yo, that shit was tough, yo. Rest in peace to Life, man. Like,
in peace.
Dude, so you work with him a lot on things?
Yeah. I work with Life a whole lot. Life had a buzz. Life got my buzz what it is. And I never forget, I'm skipping a little bit, but I did a beat called Hey Y'all. I'm skipping over, but it was my nigga Dom and Life. And I was like, yo, Dom was on the up and coming of being an artist. So I was like, whoever killed this beat the best, this y'all beat.
That's y'all beat, right?
Yeah, so Dom laid his down and Life laid his down and Dom kept the record.
That's what's up.
Rest in peace, Life.
That's what's up.
My nigga Dom came through and yeah.
As a matter of fact, we got Dom in the building too.
Dom, what up?
Salute to Dom. So what did you see the rise and fall of Life?
I saw the rise and fall of Life. Life had actual record companies trying to sign him.
Wow.
I don't want to get into details of why he didn't get signed, but Life messed himself up with a lot of deals. But things happen, you know. Shout out to Life, man.
Damn. Yeah.
Life was out of here. Life was out of here, man.
Yeah, Life was different, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, real shit. We had some tough joint. So him and Dom never did any collab or features or whatever?
You did anything with Life? I don't think they did. No. I don't think they did. And I'm gonna tell you how I met Dom. I'm gonna go back to all this.
Right. And Dom, you could chime in too.
He already being quiet. But I met Dom. I remember, Zabo.
Duchess, chewing gum,
yeah.
knock him off.
Yeah.
Salute to Zay.
Salute to him. I remember he used to rap too. Like I said, these guys are before me.
Okay.
And Dom had a flat top. I never forget this shit. Nigga had a high top fade. Nigga brung Dom like, yo, this nigga he can rap. Remember now, we all from Greentown. I used to go dunk with a nigga goal while he ain't home and shit, like doing all kind of shit to shooting. I used to play basketball. I used to be in his yard, all that Smurf and all them.
Right.
I used to go to his yard, you know.
Shout out to Smurf.
Yeah, shout out to Smurf. But he brung Dom to my apartment, I think it was my apartment. And Dom just started spitting. And I said, yo, this nigga is something special right here. And Dom was pretty much the first artist that I took under, and just wanted to build with because he reminded me of, he had so much drive and to this day it's showing now. So salute to Dom.
Hey Dom, you got 16, you want to give somebody right now?
I got him. Hey, yo, this kid still carrying words. That nigga had I remember this shit too.
Come on, Dom, man. I know you got it, yo.
Nah, we gonna save Dom for.
We gonna save Dom. We gonna save him
for the Grammy interview. He gonna spit 16 for the Grammy interview.
So, in Georgetown, I know you talked to Dom. He was up on that tier. Life was up on that tier. Who else was up on that level in Georgetown that you rock with?
Man, it's so much, man. That's what I'm saying. The talent, and I don't want to start naming names. I'm gonna forget some names and I'm gonna feel whack as hell. But you got Krim.
Rest in peace to Krim.
Rest in peace, Krim. Yeah, my brother Cornell Moses. You got Victor Moses, rest in peace, Victor, man. You got so many different people so much talent, man. Yeah, that's why I say I don't want to name names because there's so much. But it's just a lot, man. That
shit. I remember when, downtown, next to Wells Fargo, you had a studio over there. So with your studios, I remember you had a spot downtown. You had another spot like at the Mings. And you also got one on your spot, so your property or whatever. So I don't know if I got on the subject or not, but the dream artists.
My
that you wanna
dream,
work
my
with.
dream artist I want to work with is anyone from the Griselda camp. Benny the Butcher,
West
Conway,
Side.
West Side, anyone of those guys, Stove God, anyone of those guys I would like to at least produce for, you know.
Right. That's an ill team, yo. That's
Yeah.
an ill team. So let's say that shit do come to fruition.
Uh-huh.
Like, yo, Kev, I need this, boom, boom, boom. You know what I'm saying? Your dreams came true.
Right. And I'm gonna keep dreaming. I'm gonna keep
Keep
doing
dreaming.
it. Yeah. It's like I don't stop dreaming. So after one goal knocked out, I'm gonna figure out another goal to accomplish. That's how I live my life. Every day I try to find something to do and get it done, and take step by step, day by day, and just keep knocking shit out. Goals.
So I heard that you are a true legend in Georgetown. And tell me why.
Because I don't know why, man, but I just know that I've done a lot for a bunch of artists, local artists in town, and pretty much we control the scene. Not to be, that's why I'm saying I don't want, if I talk about it saying you're being cocky or bragging, but we pretty much control the scene, and I've taught a bunch of people how to record and use and make beats.
Yeah.
So if that's what they want to call me, a legend, man, salute, hats off to
Yeah,
y'all.
salute,
man. I
definitely
appreciate
salute,
it,
man. Niggas might as well give you your flowers now, you feel
Man,
me?
I appreciate that, bro.
Hell
For
yeah.
real, for real.
So tell me some industry stories and how you feel about the industry.
Whew. The way the industry is now, I feel like it's more like I said before. I feel like DJs are obsolete.
Right.
I hate to say that, DJs, not to slight y'all at all, but I feel like TikTok is the new record breakers. And if you have a song that's viral enough to get viral on TikTok, you can get a record deal. So it's almost like it's turning to the kids now. It's
Right.
about the kids and what they think is popular. For instance, Young LA, Ain't I, is how old that shit is.
Right.
But now it's one of the hottest reels or TikTok songs right now because the kids finally stumble upon it and thinking that it's a new wave that was here for years. So
Right.
the kids control the narrative when it comes to music.
Because like back in the days, man, like you really had to have lyrics.
Right.
You're saying your skills, you had to go hard. You know what I mean? So now, just like you said or whatever, they can just do shit on pause. You know what I'm saying? Now you just do shit on YouTube and you in the fucking game now.
Yeah.
Just off of fucking likes and you know what I'm saying, your shit going fucking viral. But back then, niggas had to put in work. Pause.
You had to have actual skill.
Exactly.
But now, like I said, it's all about being viral and going viral. So I just feel like it's in a bad stage right now. But I feel like that's why I'm here.
Right.
I want to bring that feel back to good music. I want to bring that feel back to R&B. I just want to have a hand in it. I call myself the maestro because I look up to people like Quincy Jones and Barry White,
Right.
who
Legends.
and these guys actually created a sound that can't be duplicated. So I want to be that, or at least known for being the maestro, Bigg Kev the maestro.
So I know my man Folk. So how did you and Folk link up? Like how did that shit all started? Because I think it was Alliance, something like that.
It's Allegiance.
So how y'all boys got in start working together?
I met Folk when Folk was rapping with shout out my homeboy Conflict in the studio out here in Soccer.
Okay.
And they was doing their thing out there, and Folk came to me, and I saw something in him, man. That's a rare guy right there. So seeing something in Folk, I let Folk just come do his thing as always. Like, just come on, do your thing, bro. Because I believed in him. I remember him and his cousin Derek came through. I'll never forget that. He had Too Short, the Perlo Man, singing on the mic. I don't forget none of that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't forget that. I forgot how the hook go, but I remember the cadence of it. I remember how the rhythm went. But when they came through, and he was solid and stayed, you know what I'm saying? He was solid ever since. So he's forever in my debt. He's forever.
That's what's up.
My
Hey, yo, salute the Folk.
salute to my nigga Folk.
And I remember,
God,
yo, y'all came out with a movie. Was it Benjamin
Project.
Project? So y'all got anything coming?
That
Y'all-
nigga Folk
y'all
is a
putting
genius,
together?
man. I keep telling everybody that guy Folk is a genius, man.
That's what's up.
We got something that he wrote, is written by him. It's called Rocks, and Man, listen, even reading the strip for Rocks is like, it's next level. So
Right.
that's why I'm saying, like, rarely made, bro. Like, niggas is really dinosaurs out here.
That's what's up.
You know, they don't make them like this no more. So salute the folk, man. One of the best screenwriters, actors.
That's what's up.
And on top of that, he's a real one, bro. I stamped that. That's a fact.
So right now, your goals, what goals that you want to reach? What Bigg Kev want to see 5 years from now?
5 years from now, I want to see an artist I want to break an artist from Georgetown, and I want to see that artist on the mainstream, you know, and we're so close to doing it right now. Shout out to Buddha. Shout out to my boy Buddha, man. Buddha opened a lot of doors that we're still walking through as we speak to this day.
Right.
You know, and what we done with him was never seen before in Georgetown at all. And like I said, if we even talk about the half of what we did with this guy, it just sounds unbelievable. But to be there to witness and to go through what we went through and get so close to that door, the hunger's still there. Like you want to kick that door back in. So, but we still have the path and we still have the connection to kick the door back in. So that's the main focus. Shout out to Priscilla Simone. I got a feeling my girl up next. You know, like I said, shout out to my boy Dom. Dom is awesome at what he does.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So, yo, before we end this session, we got this game.
Uh-huh.
And we call this joint the 10-question joint, What Up World. All right, so we got this game we play on What Up World. You get 10 questions. You got to get 7 or better right. You win a prize or whatever for that or whatever. If you don't, you just get a water bottle.
Okay. That'll work.
All right. So I'm going to put you on the clock for 20 seconds.
All right.
So name the 10 members of Wu-Tang.
You got the RZA, Jizza, Old Dirty Bastard, Inspector Deck, Raekwon, Method Man, Master Killer, Capadonna. I said You God already?
No, not yet.
You God.
Mm-hmm.
And there's one more. These Nuts. No.
Oh, you're 20 seconds up there. Yeah. You just had one Ghost.
Yeah, Ghostface. Damn,
Yeah.
I missed Ghost now.
Ghost.
Come on.
Yeah,
man.
you missed Ghost.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Name the first female rapper in hip hop.
Angie Stone.
Angie Stone was one.
Yeah.
And you know what's crazy? The answer is MC Shy Rock, but her and Angie Stone had a little group together.
Right.
Oh, you got that, yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Salute. Rest in peace, Angie Stone, too.
Rest in peace, Angie Stone. All right, the third. Mary J., The Lox, and DMX. Where they from?
Yonkers.
Yonkers. All right, bet. All right. The next one. What was the nosy neighbor name on 227?
If it's not Rules, the old lady,
The old lady.
Pearl.
Pearl. All right. In Martin's sitcom, Tracy Morgan, what was his role? What was his character name?
Hustle Marsalis.
Hustle Marsalis.
Yeah.
That's when we had the damn horn, right?
Yeah.
Hustle man. All right. So you getting this shit, yo?
Yeah.
All right. What was the security guard name that Martin played on his show?
Old Man Otis.
Old Man Otis.
Yep.
All right. MC Hammer. He's from Cali, but where at in California?
He had a song called Oaktown 357.
You got that.
He had a group called Oaktown 357. Female group.
All right, so you on it, yo. All right, Sanford and Son. The sitcom, it was in L.A., but where at in L.A.?
Where Nipsey from? Watts.
Yeah, you got that. All right, hip-hop. What borough did hip-hop originated from in New York?
South Bronx.
The Bronx. All right. The last question. What was the first question that I asked you?
The first question you asked me was about Wu-Tang Clan.
All right, bet. You got that. Yo, so,
I'm going to be driving truck.
listen. So, yo, I want to salute everybody for tuning in. Before we leave, Kev, let them know how could they get in contact with you for music or et cetera.
Well, you can hit up me on my partner Folk Dot, however y'all want to pronounce it, at Rarely Made. You can hit me on IG, BIGG, 2 G's, KEV 843 at no, that's Gmail. I'm sorry, the Suko running through me, but that's at Instagram. You know,
Suko.
Yeah, Suko. You see what's left of that Suko, and Kev Hemingway on Facebook. And my number even is 843-485-2796. Hit us up for any of the services you needed. We got you.
And yo, remember, subscribe and like to Really Made. Salute. What up, world?
All right.
Good shit. Yo, what up, world? What's poppin' tonight? Fresh kicks, nice chicks, and a Suko on ice.
You know, super open the blinds, I just bring them to light.
From the streets to the stage and the flashing lights.
What up, world? Let us know where you at in your life.
Switching lanes, higher planes, still maintaining the fame.
No hype, realness of pain, only strongest will gain.